It was a Friday evening in late autumn, and the house was finally quiet. The kind of quiet parents treasure after a long week. My son, Ethan, was spending the night at a friend's place, and I had settled into the couch with a cup of tea, ready to read a book I had been ignoring for months. The rhythmic tick of the old clock in the hallway was the only sound in the room. But just as I opened to the first chapter, a sharp knock rattled the front door. I frowned. Nobody was supposed to be coming over. When I opened the door, standing on the porch was Ethan's best friend, Tyler. He looked out of breath, his hair messy like he had run all the way from somewhere. His backpack hung loosely off one shoulder, and his eyes darted nervously. "Tyler," I said, startled. "What are you doing here? Ethan's at your place tonight." "I know," he said quickly. "That's why I came. Can I come in?" I stepped aside and Tyler walked in, shifting his weight awkwardly. Normally, Tyler was cheerful, the kind of kid who always had a joke ready. But tonight, his shoulders slumped, and his hands wouldn't stay still. "Did something happen? Is Ethan okay?" I asked. "He's fine," Tyler assured me. "He's at my house with my brother, probably playing video games right now. I needed to talk to someone." The way he said it, quiet, almost pleading, made me close my book and give him my full attention. "All right," I said, gesturing toward the couch. "Sit down. Tell me what's going on." At first, Tyler didn't speak. He stared at the carpet like the right words might be written there. Finally, he whispered, "It got really bad tonight at my house." I felt a knot tighten in my chest. I knew his family wasn't perfect. His dad worked long hours, his mom often seemed overwhelmed, but I hadn't realized things might be worse than they looked. "My parents were fighting," he continued. "Not like normal arguing. Screaming. Throwing things. My little brother started crying, and I couldn't handle it. I left." His voice cracked on the last word. I let him talk, not interrupting. Sometimes what people need most is to be heard. "I didn't know where to go," Tyler admitted. "I couldn't go back there, not tonight. So I came here. I guess because this house always feels safe." Those words hit me harder than I expected. This was just an ordinary house. Creaky floors, mismatched furniture, a stack of laundry I hadn't folded yet. But to him it was a refuge. "You did the right thing coming here," I told him. "You're not alone." I guided Tyler into the kitchen and set a mug of hot cocoa in front of him. He cupped it in both hands like he was trying to soak up all the warmth. We talked for over an hour. He told me about the pressure he felt at home, about how he often tried to shield his little brother from the arguments. He admitted he sometimes wished he could just disappear. "Tyler," I said gently, "you're stronger than you think. But you don't have to carry this alone. Have you ever told a teacher or counselor what's been going on?" He shook his head quickly. "I don't want people to think I'm weak, or make things worse for my mom." "You're not weak," I said firmly. "It takes courage to admit you're struggling. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is ask for help." By the time the clock struck midnight, Tyler looked calmer. His shoulders weren't as tense, and his voice didn't tremble as much. "I don't want to go home tonight," he admitted. "You don't have to," I said. "You can sleep on the couch. Tomorrow, we'll figure out the next step together. Maybe we can talk to your aunt, or someone you trust outside the house." For the first time all night, he smiled faintly. "Thanks. I didn't think you'd understand." "Tyler," I said, "sometimes being a parent means looking out for more than just your own kids." The next morning, sunlight streamed through the kitchen windows. I made pancakes, and Tyler devoured them like he hadn't eaten properly in days. After breakfast, we called his aunt, a woman he clearly adored. When she arrived to pick him up, she hugged him tightly, whispering, "You should have called me sooner." Before leaving, Tyler turned back to me. "Thanks for letting me come in. Thanks for listening." "You're welcome here anytime," I told him. "Remember that." In the days that followed, I couldn't stop thinking about that night. About how easily Tyler could have wandered anywhere else. A park bench, a street corner. But instead, he'd chosen our door. And I realized something. Sometimes the biggest difference you make isn't in planned moments, but in the unexpected ones. The knock at the door you didn't see coming. The conversation you didn't think you had time for. 2 weeks later, Ethan came home from school holding an envelope. "Tyler wanted you to have this," he said. Inside was a note, written in careful, uneven handwriting. "Thanks for being there when I needed it most." That night was the first time I didn't feel completely alone. I folded the note slowly, my eyes stinging. That night, when Tyler walked into my house, I thought it was just a surprise. But it became something bigger. It was the first time he admitted he needed help. The first time I realized how much one adult's compassion can mean to a kid. And maybe, just maybe, it was the first step toward healing for him. And a reminder for me that opening your door can change someone's world.